Very funny story. In 2019, my dad actually sent me a YouTube video about XRP, and I watched that video, and immediately I knew that I needed to start paying more attention to this. And so, at the time, I was selling real estate, and I shifted the majority of my time in the day to just watching all the content I could watch in a day. I started being more active on Twitter, which a lot of this information gets shared there, and so, or formerly known as X. And it was my dad who got me into it, and immediately I understood that I look at like how can I take my life today and get to a point where I can get retirement maybe like 5 or 10 years. And if you look at most billionaires today, they got to where they are by investing in technology. And so I saw this as an opportunity for myself to get into technology before central banks and retail banks and financial market infrastructures start to show up. And they are actually we are front running them for the first time in history. So which is pretty incredible.
So that's interesting that you were in real estate before, and so this is now it's starting to make sense. And now I think that there's a part of this I wanted to talk about later. So now I know this is going to be super easy for you because I am interested in the asset part of it and the real estate part of it. And just a quick story about how I got into crypto in general is so I started investing in real estate in Asia back around 2005. These lots that were just dirt and they're building condominiums. And I would, wow, this is great. It's off the ocean. And so I started, doing these payment plans. And so around 2006, I was wire transferring money every single month for a couple of years at that point. And I would have to go to the bank and fill out forms and, prove I am who I am. And they have to give me permission.
Mm.
And then it would take like 3 days to 7 days for my money to arrive. And sometimes that might have caused me to be late, might have a little penalty on the other end. And then I sort of ran into Bitcoin. So I bought a couple of Bitcoin.